Hello, everyone. This is Sir Meliodas, leader of the Seven Deadly Sins. I was attempting to generate an email that explained the major event Team Gauntlet, but turns out after 2 hours of typing and editing and corrections, you can't send an email large enough to explain the entire event. There's a character limit. And within that character limit, I just cannot explain this entire event. So I thought this video would be a better option. That being said, let's just get to business. So, as you see, I'm in the game here. We're going to go ahead and click on this event and get in here. So Team Gauntlet, again, is a major event that consists of these 5 elemental islands. Okay? So you have wind, fire, earth, ice, and dark. They just so happen to be the same elements that the dragons that you get can come. You notice here in the middle, I'm circling that now, there is a center island, and it's called the Mysterious Island, if I'm not mistaken. The Mysterious Shrine is hidden. That island will only be attackable after we have defeated all 5 of the elemental islands. Okay? Now, before I get into the islands here, I like to make note. You see down here in the Wind Island, the Wind Isle, there's a red bullseye there. Currently, our team has completed 75% of that. At the beginning of this event, the officers, and I repeat, the officers will select a specific island, and everyone on the team is to attack that island and that island only. Okay, again, that will be the target island. You come into here, look for that target, that's where you go. Okay, as you hit each of these islands, the dragons of that island elemental type will be the best dragons to use for this event. Now, I'm not saying you have to use that island, that elemental dragon, but the game is set up that when you're fighting the Wind Island, if you're using wind-type dragons, it's a little easier for you to defeat the people, okay? It works in your advantage, okay? So let's just go into this Wind Island so you can kind of see how the game progresses. Again, you come in here, you see the Wind Island, you click on the Wind Island. Now, let's see here. The game starts like this. You see down here at the bottom where you see all these crests. When it starts, everyone's crest will be in this bottom circle, this larger piece of land here. And as you attack other teams, and you're allowed to attack any team, as you attack another team, you take points away from that team and add points to our team, okay? Let me show you what I mean. So let's pick a team here. All right, so I clicked on that shield. Let me go up a little. Oh, jeez. We're busy in this event. So I'm going to pick one of these teams. As you see here, it shows their levels. Levels are shown here. Higher the level, the more points you get for that attack. Okay? This is kind of set up like some of the other events that we do. I'm just going to click on one of these. I'm going to click on this 171 here. Say to attack that guy. So now, this event, like some of the others, requires energy. You notice it down here at the bottom. I have 12 energy to use. If I want to do a basic, it takes 4. If I want to do a super, it takes 20. Once you've gotten 80 flames, I believe right now they've reduced that, but once you get 80, well, this one says 50 now, so yeah, it is reduced. So once you get 50 flames here, as it shows here, this wildfire will activate, and you can do that. To do that wildfire, it requires no energy. As you use these energies to do these others, this number will go down. So once you do a basic, it takes 4 energy. you'll actually lose that out of your 12 that you have down here. When you run out of energy, you essentially have two options. You either wait and your energy comes back with time. It gives you back that energy, or you can buy energy. Not recommended for everybody. So let's go into a basic. I'm gonna click a basic here. So once I clicked basic, it actually took me into the battle, okay? Now, one thing that you're going to want to do, I'm going to click on a dragon. You notice here, right here, this guy right here, this spell, this last one, you can add a spell, okay? During these types of events, so you saw the points, it was going to give me 113 points for doing this battle. If I equip an inner fire to this battle, an inner fire, it will actually give me, well, let's equip that. It will actually give me an additional 100 points. So instead of 113, it'll give me 213 points, okay? Now, let me back up. You can fly all three of your dragons here, okay? Yes, I do. You can fly all three of your dragons. So if you defeat the base, don't kill the last island. You can actually, well, this is your choice. This is your choice. You can actually swap that dragon out, bring in another dragon with inner fire, swap that one out again, bring in your third dragon with inner fire. So that 113 points that you would have gotten for doing the run now turns into 413 points because you got an additional 100 points for every dragon that you flew. Does that make sense? So, again, you flew 3 dragons, each with an inner fire, giving you an additional 100 points. Now, some people prefer only to fly 1 dragon with inner fire to get the extra 100 points. And they don't want to use all their inner fires because you can burn up your inner fires. So I personally attach them, okay? So let's say this, I don't know if anyone can see this here, this guy right here, let's say this was us, okay? Right here, you see that? I'm making the circle there. If that's our location, typically you'll see an icon like this. Look over to the right. Go to the right, and I'm circling one. Our team is currently at this checkpoint. As you progress through this maze here, there are actually 3 checkpoints. One here to the left, one at the top. As you follow the path, you'll get to that one. Then you'll hit this third one on the far right, checkpoint 3, and then it'll take you into the center. Checkpoint 5 is considered the capital. Okay. Now, let's see. As you hit a team, you steal their points, they will actually move backwards on the trail, and you will progress further into the trail. So it's kind of a race. So again, notice us over to the far right. Okay. If we want to beat this team right here that's in front of us, because they've gone through this checkpoint already, and they're down here. I'm making a circle in the right side of the screen here. We could attack that team. It will pull them back to us towards this third checkpoint, and we will begin to move forward. Now, once you pass a checkpoint, another team that hits you cannot pull you past it, okay? It's like in a regular game, you know. You reach a checkpoint and you restart it, or you lose all your lives. You start at that checkpoint. So what you want to do is we want to get the points so that we get to a checkpoint, defeat that checkpoint, so that we can't be pulled back farther away from it. Okay? Now, when you get into, once you reach a checkpoint, it doesn't battle quite the same way. It changes, okay? So what happens then is the game changes to saying you will see each of the colors. First you have the colors of your dragons. You have a red, and I think it's purple, then blue. Those are shown in a line, and you have to first click on the red, what do they call them? Totems, I believe. And you click on that one, and you can only defeat that guy with a red dragon. Now, you don't have to have it in your roster. It's actually going to pull all your red dragons that you have and let you pick from any of them. So you'll first have to defeat the red tier dragon. It's not a dragon, it's a guy. But once you defeat him, it'll say, okay, now you have to fight someone with a purple dragon, and so forth. It'll keep going. You go as far as you can based on your level. If you're only at gold, well, then you can only go up to the gold. Once you go to the gold, that's it. You're done with that. And the points inside that check that you get for defeating those guys in that checkpoint are personal points. Now, as we progress through this maze, between the checkpoints, you are making team points. Those points go to the overall team. Everyone gets prizes. The more people that do those and we get team points, we make those prizes. But when you're inside the checkpoint, those are personal points. Those will be prizes that you personally will get at the end of the event. So the higher you go, the better you'll do there. Okay? So that's what they talk about, PvP and PvE. Okay? When you're flying through, when you're actually doing the maze here, going down the road in between the checkpoints, other members of the team can support you. You can say, invite others, and they can come in and help you. They can even fly a dragon with Inner Fire and give you an additional 100 points. But when you're in that checkpoint, that is not the case. When you're in that checkpoint, you're all by yourself. Only you can make those battles. Only you can do those battles. But again, it's personal points. And again, those will be just for you. But you cannot get assists. You cannot invite other team members to help you when you're in the checkpoints. But in between the checkpoints, you can ask others for help. If you're having a hard time, come into the chat, ask an officer to support you, and they'll come in and fly with you and help you clear out some bases if the levels are a little higher than what you can hit. Okay, but typically you click on one of these shields or one of these emblems, and there's usually a level close to yours that you will be able to hit. Okay, but still, it doesn't hurt to ask. At times, someone runs out of energy. When I do myself, I run out of energy. I'll stay in the chat, and at that point, while my energy is rebuilding, the officers, everyone will support you. So you can support for free. It doesn't cost me anything to support you. So, we'll fly along with you so that you can hit a higher level base and get more points. Because while we're waiting for our energy to reload, it gives us an opportunity to support some of the lower levels and let them have higher impact points. Okay? So, that was a lot. So, let's see, let's back up. And I believe that's it. So you see here, we were talking about those points. So the team, see the green one here, so that's the team achievement points. That's when everyone's getting the points that we talked about. And then you have the personal points, the team contribution points. That's this guy here. I need to get on my stuff because I'm at 10th right now, and I don't like being that low. But that will be where your personal points. So it shows here the personal points that everyone has made. Okay? All right. Let's see. Let's back up. What else? I believe that's it. Okay. I'm going to say it really briefly again just to make sure. Oh, again, I want to stress this targeting. And here's another part. So I want to stress this targeting and following this. The reason that you need to follow that, see the Earth island? See that cloud that's over it? That cloud actually moves in a clockwise direction around this circle. Okay? Goes in a clockwise direction. What the officers do is, so every 3 hours it'll start moving across. Hour and a half, you'll see it here in the middle, and then after 3 hours, it'll jump to this island, and so forth. If everyone is hitting all these random islands and we have not cleared this wind island before this cloud comes around and hits this island again, all of the progress that the team has made will be erased. Again, it is vital that you attack the island that is marked by your officers. Okay? So we can concentrate our focus and guarantee that we finish that island before that cloud comes around and erases all of our hard work and all that energy that we spent to take that island. So again, the island is taken once we get through all four. Once we get through all three of the checkpoints, and then we get to the center one and defeat the boss in there. Now, collectively, we can do that as a team and do very well. Oh, you can see we moved up here. See? Good stuff. This team is awesome. This team is amazing. So, again, backing up here. Very important that we stay in front of this cloud. We defeat this island. So if we defeat this island in the next hour, what's going to probably happen is this cloud that's on the Earth island will move to the ice island, or move towards the ice island here. And then we will start to attack that Earth island to give us the most time. Obviously, if the cloud is here, we don't want to attack this ice island because then it only gives us 3 hours to do it. So we always position ourselves, once we clear an island, whichever island the cloud last left, that's usually the island that we want to hit again, that we want to hit. Currently, I think we've defeated the Fire Island and the Ice Island. Now we went to the Wind Island. So when we finish this one, we'll shoot to this Earth Island and then this Dark Island. So we did like a star pattern there. And then we're going to try and hit this mysterious one in the middle. Crack that guy in the head and just suck up all those points. Okay? This is a long video. There was a lot to take in. You can feel free to watch it again or just ask some questions in the chat. We always like our members to talk to us in the chat room. We like to know you, get to know you, and we don't mind asking questions, answering questions, or helping you guys in these events. So I believe that's it. I will see you in the chats. Fly proud. Remember, you're a member of the 7 Deadly Sins. A proud member of the 7 Deadly Sins. Meliodas out.